Music. Everywhere you go, you'll find it.
It's all around you don't even know it.
Music is the universal language of mankind. Quote by some guy whose name looks like he'd be a Disney character. But if this were true, then how come there's so many different kinds of music out there? MusicGenresList.com has a full catalog, completely full of all the different kinds of music there are. And it's long, it's a long list. And everybody on planet Earth listens to something different. There are no two people whose playlists look identical. It's near impossible to just guess someone's music taste, even if you know them fairly well. Or is it?
It's just there in the air.
I'm a student at MSU, and that means most of my days include interacting with other students from MSU. So this gives me something to base my research off of. Is there an association between someone's favorite music genre and then what college they're a part of on campus? I myself enjoy some rock. It might be flipped. Editor, flip it around if it's not the right orientation. Also, play just enough of the song so I don't get copyrighted. Now when I say college, I don't mean MSU. I mean fields of study. There are different colleges on campus for the different types of majors. I'm a data science major, that's the College of Natural Sciences. There's College of Nursing, College of Education, College of Social Sciences, and a lot more. There's a lot more. Now I collected my own data. And the process I did for this was pick 5 high traffic areas around campus and try to interview around 50 students to see what field of study they're in and also what music genre they listen to the most. The 5 areas I picked are North Neighborhood, South Neighborhood, East Neighborhood, the Wells Courtyard, and the library. The only reason I stratified the data like this is so I could try to get as diverse of a sample size as possible. All right, perfect. Now there are some problems with doing it like this. 250 people compared to the entire student body of Michigan State isn't a lot. And it's not going to give me as accurate of results as if I interviewed a total of 500 people or 1,000 people or 2,000 people. Also, collecting the data like this will mean it's kind of random chance regarding what college the interviewee is a part of. So I probably won't end up getting an equal amount of people from every college just because logically it just wouldn't happen like that. Feasible, not probable. So one college are probably gonna end up having more results than another, which means also that one college is gonna have more accurate results than the other as well. The data also includes people who are on campus, so it doesn't account for online students or the students who live in their dorms 24/7 and never leave. Also, it's biased in the sense where some people are probably not 100% honest with me. Some people don't want to admit that they listen to anime openings or trendy TikTok remix slop. Also, as said before, there are a lot of music genres, so some people are going to give a pretty specific answer, and it would be hard to keep all the data together like that, so I decided to use aforementioned MusicGenresList.com as a basis of what categories these specifics belong to. Example, I had a couple answers for lo-fi, which is a valid genre. I'm not saying that it isn't, but MusicGenreList.com put lo-fi under the alternative umbrella. So when I'm recording my data, lo-fi is going to turn into alternative. Maybe it removes some of the ethos of this data set and removes some of the truth from it. But at least I'm not just making up the info, okay? At least I'm getting it from somewhere and I have some sort of a basis and a rule set to follow, that being MusicGenresList.com. After successfully interviewing 250 people, I have my data set in a spreadsheet, which I will then export to my computer as a .csv file. So now I just have to visualize it. It's coding alert. I want to visualize it using graphs. And since not all the colleges are represented with the same amount of people, I'm going to use pie charts and percentages. I want each pie chart to be its own college. I want every wedge of that to be music genre. What my code does here first is loads the data into Python, and then it defines a dictionary, which in Python is a way to contain objects using keys. So to grab a certain object from the dictionary, you have some sort of key that you assign as you define it so you could get that value. So for this dictionary, the keys are going to be the college names. Each key is going to access another dictionary, which will use the music genres as keys to access the amount of people that said that genre as their answer. So my code does sort the data and creates that dictionary, and it's a lot more complicated than the code just doing it, but for the interest of time, I decided to limit this speech as much as I could. This code here generates the pie chart for the College of Eli Broad, and all I have to do to change the college is edit this name there, and that one, and that one. Also, using this dictionary, I assigned every genre with its own color, because I like colors for some reason. So all of the wedges for these certain genres are going to have the same one color for every pie chart. If this was omitted, it would be a random color. Then we'd have to read what the labels say. At this point in recording, I don't know what the pie charts look like because I have 50 more interviews to go. I'm gonna go get the last data, write some code, and then I will be back, hopefully wearing different clothes. I have coffee left. Okay, well, good morning. It's a couple days later now. I've collected all the data, run all the codes thousands of times, and it's done. I'm gonna review the pie charts now, and this is in no particular order. First we have Eli Eli. Hey Eli, how's it going? The biggest slice is obviously hip hop / rap. Also, I didn't bring it up. MusicGenresList.com merges like hip hop and rap, like it does hip hop / rap. So I was like, okay, I guess I have to follow, I have to follow MusicGenresList.com's rules. I didn't really expect a lot of country. I was born in like kind of southern US, along the East Coast, and I kind of grew up there. That's where country music is. I don't ever hear a lot of it up here in Michigan. So it was surprising just how much country I got. Here's some of the niche ones in Eli Broad as well. World, alternative, and jazz. Jazz surprised me as well. Next up, social sciences. Big slice for pop, not my favorite. Second big slice though is rock. I can appreciate that. Not a lot of hip hop and rap in social sciences, like compared to Eli Broad. A surprising contrast, I think. Engineering where it's at, bro. Biggest slice is rock. Yeah, man, that's where I want to be, dude. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't beat pop by a lot, but I'll take it. Another world, there's folk in there, metal. Yeah. Metal and rock are different, not by a lot. Even by my standards, they're not different by a lot, but MusicGenresList.com seems to think so, so what do? Natural science too, bro, let's go. I'm not biased at all, I swear. Ooh, comm arts, hip hop / rap beats out rock by a little bit. I also got a lot more answers for rock than I would have thought. Some more country, K-pop, J-pop, Lyman Briggs is a weird one. I don't think I got a lot of answers for Lyman Briggs. I don't remember exactly how much I got. I'd have to check the chart that I made. But the fact that so many of these slices in Lyman Briggs are like similar sizes kind of tells me that already. Smaller sample size, less accurate it's gonna be. And this is pretty inaccurate. Arts and letters. Pop being the biggest for education also doesn't surprise me. Flashback to our elementary years, right? And the teacher's like, hey guys, I'm gonna put on some music. And then it's just what was ever playing on the radio at that time. Hip hop and wow. Here we have the nursing one, hip hop and rap is the biggest. What I want people to take out of these pie charts is like, if you could stroll into either college, like with a boombox on your shoulder, what music should you be playing through that in order to get the most amount of people to like cheer you on, right? I'm not gonna go out and test that. That's for somebody else to do. 6 answers from James Madison. I remember because only one person ever answered soundtrack to me. Ag is where it's at, dude! That's what I'm talking about. That's the biggest rock slice I've seen yet, bro. Again, country is bigger than what I would have thought. Also, classical is bigger than I would have thought as well. Okay, these last two, I only ever got one response from either human medicine and veterinary medicine, so there's not much to do with that, really. What did we learn from this? What? You learned something? I learned that agriculture students are really cool.